police recover a badge and a gun stolen from an officer. We'll tell you how it was finally found.
Richmond police say a man used his window washing business to steal from others.
The high school football season kicking off tonight. We'll have a live preview.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon to you. Police say they are thankful the search for an officer's missing gun and badge is over.
Someone stole those items from a Frankfort police officer's unmarked car earlier this week. The car was locked and parked in his driveway at the time. As Hillary Thornton shows us, while the items have been recovered, the investigation's not over with. It's our top story at 5.
The big announcement at that joint news conference was that a stolen police badge and gun are now off of the streets. However, investigators also discussed their belief that the police car was targeted as part of a larger break-in scheme. They also say they do not think the suspects had any intentions of impersonating a police officer.
Probably known that it was a police car, but other than that, I don't think they had any idea until they got into it what they were actually what was there.
Earlier this week, Frankfort police say an unmarked department vehicle parked in the driveway of an officer's home was broken into. Officials say the suspect stole a gym bag from that vehicle. Inside that bag was a captain's badge and a Glock 27 handgun.
We are very, very thankful to have this property back in our care and custody.
Those items now back where they belong thanks to a tip called into the sheriff's office, leading to the recovery of the handgun at one location and the bag and badge at a different location, both in Franklin County.
We will be presenting a case to the Franklin County Grand Jury on Tuesday, where several suspects we would anticipate being indicted at that proceeding on Tuesday with the Commonwealth Attorney's Office.
Investigators did not release any other information today, but did say this is a, quote, excellent case, and they say they do expect to release more details next week. In Frankfort, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Sheriff Melton says the rash of car break-ins is taking place in both the city and the county, including Evergreen Estates, Highwoods, Silver Lakes, and Indian Hills. A young boy's in the hospital right now after a driver hit him and drove away from the scene. It happened about 2:30 this afternoon on Chestnut Street in Nicholasville. Police say that a teenage driver got into an argument with someone and sped off, running over the child. The boy, believed to be 3 or 4 years old, was talking to police before being rushed to the hospital. He is expected to survive.
When I know he did sustain some road rash injuries and some things like that, but we're not just not sure about what the internal mechanism of the injury may be.
The Jessamine County Sheriff's Office helped police track the teenager down. She's being questioned and may face charges.
Police say a window washer is behind a string of thefts at homes and businesses. Richmond police arrested David Green Wednesday after they say he returned to the scene of one of his crimes. As WKYT's Monique Blair shows us, police want to know if there are more victims.
33-year-old David Green was arrested Wednesday, and Richmond police say he was using his business as a window washer to gain access to his victims.
Richmond police say Green, after working for Ace Hardware by way of washing the store's windows, stole 15 pocket knives from the store. The theft was reported to police. Then just a couple days after that theft, Green came back to the store and tried to steal another knife. Employees noticed him while he was still inside the store, and police arrested him. Police say they quickly realized Green was responsible for at least 2 other thefts, one at a woman's home, stealing more than $6,000 worth of her property. Green was also working for her as a window washer. And in April, Green is accused of stealing a $325 ring from Merle Norman. I spoke with manager Erica Barrett, who says Green worked for her for several years, and he always seemed trustworthy. That is, until he was caught on camera stealing the ring.
He waited until one of the other associates went to the back. He pulled the ring up and was acting like he was looking at it. He covered it with a rag, which he had wire cutters underneath. He cut the wire and then swept the ring off of the counter, and he kept watching the other sales associate, and then he proceeded to leave.
Richmond police ask if you think you may be a victim of David Green's to call them immediately. In Richmond, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Richmond police say Green could be responsible for more thefts. If you have had him work for you, police say you may want to double check and make sure that you aren't missing any property. It might be the middle of August, but it sure feels more like fall out there.
Like maybe even October. The unseasonably pleasant weather will be sticking around for a little bit longer, which is great. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey's here with a check of that gorgeous weekend forecast.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're starting things off in fine fall fashion out there across central and eastern Kentucky. Mix of sun and some high clouds showing up. You're seeing that on our sky cam right now in Lexington with a mostly sunny sky. Those ice crystal clouds have been out there and combining with the sun, giving us one heck of a little show. Amanda Roberts up into Bourbon County showing us a ring around the sun a little earlier. That's those same ice crystal clouds that we were noting out there. The sun refracting off those ice crystal clouds, giving you the little ring from time to time. We also had some rainbows in the clouds. I'll show you those coming up here in just a little bit. Right now, it's mainly upper 70s across central and eastern Kentucky. High school football fans, you want a good-looking forecast? We've got it for you. 74 at kickoff, second half rolls around, definite fall feel to the air, low humidity, clear skies, temperatures mid and upper 60s as we roll into the third quarter, and maybe a little cooler than that by the time the fourth quarter rolls around. That little band of some ice crystal clouds now across sections of eastern Kentucky, while the weekend will see temperatures bounce up a little bit. I've got another cold front that is on the way, and guys, even cooler air shows up in your 7-day forecast. I'll show you why. We have some numbers we haven't shown since spring here in just a few minutes.
Chris, thank you. Wall Street saw a meltdown for the second day. Analysts are calling it the worst week for the Dow since 2011. Karina Mitchell is at the New York Stock Exchange to show us the numbers.
Sellers were out in force on Wall Street as stocks plummeted Friday. The Dow lost nearly 531 points. Financial analysts say a slowing of Chinese manufacturing and the resignation of Greece's Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras influenced the huge sell-off. The bear market started in Asia, then spread to Europe and ended in the U.S. For the first time since a global crisis, oil dropped below $40 a barrel. Weary investors scooped up gold, a traditional safe haven.
All 10 sectors of the S&P saw declines on the opening bell, and the Dow saw an intraday correction, dropping 10% from a recent high.
A correction is a good thing, and that's what investors should only be buying stocks when they're going down, not when they're going up. Leave that for traders.
Karina Mitchell, CBS News, New York.
The S&P 500 dropped more than 64 points, while the NASDAQ dropped about 171. Well, it is that time of year again, the 2015 high school football season kicking off tonight.
There will be 90 games tonight with more scheduled for tomorrow, so a lot going on. Rob Bromley's live at Lafayette High School here in Lexington with a preview of all the excitement. Hey, Rob.
Hello, I'm here at Ishmael Stadium, and the homestanding Lafayette Generals will take on Dunbar in the first game here tonight. But there is certainly, all across the state of Kentucky, plenty of excitement as another high school football season kicks off tonight. You know, practice in pads began all the way back on August 1st, and for every player across the Commonwealth, they would love nothing more to win that final game in December. Now, over the last 6 weeks, we interviewed players from just about every school here in central Kentucky. Lexington Catholic senior Andy Thompson summed up the emotion of a lot of football players, what they're feeling right now.
I can't wait for it. I wouldn't necessarily call it butterflies. I'd call it anxious to get going and do what I know we can do and what we've been practicing to do all summer and last year and years leading up to it. And I'm kind of just more anxious to get out there and let the dogs loose and let them run a little bit.
Well, that's a good way to put it. They are anxious indeed. The first game here starts at 6 o'clock. It is Lafayette against Dunbar. And then in the second game, it'll be Scott County taking on the Tates Creek Commodores. They will not get underway until about 8:45. We will preview that game coming up a little bit later on in sports. But for now, here at the Ishmael Stadium, that's it. Sam Amber, back to you.
Rob, thank you. Perfect weather for tonight's games. And remember, you can catch highlights from games around the region tonight on WKYT News at 11 o'clock.
Construction has started on a very special Habitat for Humanity home. The house located on McCullough Drive will be built in honor of Pope Francis. Lexington's Habitat for Humanity received a $60,000 gift from a donor who wanted to engage Catholic communities in charitable work. The Catholic community has been challenged to raise another $55,000.
That will fully fund this house, and Habitat's built about 410 houses in Lexington now, and none has ever been fully funded by the sponsors. Habitat's always had to come up with the difference between the sponsorship fee and the total amount.
The 4-bedroom home is being built for Maria Robles and her 4 children, ages 13, 12, 6, and 4. 2,000 students moved into the UK campus. The milestone has extra meaning for one freshman. You're going to meet him just a little later.
Having a cold can be miserable, especially for a child. We'll show you how you can help them through it in Better Living.
And this fall, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul hopes to run for re-election and for the presidency, but will he be allowed to do both? An answer to the question could come tomorrow. We'll explain on WKYT News at 5:30.